Tim, we're back for another video. This time I was thinking we talk about this stuff here, which is, I guess you would say it's higher end junk silver.
Yeah, it's there's collectability to it other than its silver color.
All right, so Tim has been a stud today. He's taken time out of his day. We've now recorded a couple videos, which you guys will see in due time, but you have quite a selection of the numismatic stuff,
right.
Which I'll probably end up buying from you in just a few moments. Can you tell us about some of these coins in terms of, why should anybody be collecting or buying any of these? And then we're going to talk about Tim's spittoon too. Yeah. But why should anybody be buying this stuff?
So, it's for collectors.
Okay.
People want to fill their books, or they want to have every type of coin. There's just so many coins are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's what my passion is. My personal collection is basically just coins with nice eye appeal.
Like this one, for example. I mean, what is this one? That's a Liberty head, but that looks like copper.
Yep. So it's a copper large cent. I have it graded as extra fine. But I put a little CL next to it, which stands for cleaned.
Okay.
So it's been, you can see the cleaning more on the reverse than on the obverse.
Okay, now why is it a bad thing, to educate some of our newer folks, why is it a bad thing to clean your coins?
Well, people just want the original look and patina to them, so cleaning a coin is making it look artificial and damaging it.
And sometimes you see people they'll take like a wire, not a wire brush, because that would really destroy it, but even like a toothbrush, it's going to have abrasions and everything, and it takes away from the value of the coin. Some people think, oh, having this kind of grime on my coin, it's going to make it less valuable, but that's not true at all. Correct.
Yeah. There are ways to professionally conserve coins, but there's some things I'm able to do to get stuff off the surface.
Right.
And there's businesses that you could send coins to and have them conserve them professionally. But in general, I wouldn't recommend anyone
to do any of that.
Yeah.
So you have some of these, I saw one was like a 5-cent piece, so that was like a nickel or whatever. Was this it? Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
This is so look right there, guys. Any in particular of these designs, because I saw you had a barber, any of them, are any of them better in terms of value than others? For example, are barber dimes or barber half dollars, are those types of coins worth more than the ones that have the Liberty head on it?
It's kind of strange. Some coins will have significantly less mintage,
okay, and
will be still worth significantly less. Personally,
it's
I don't
opposite what you would think.
Yeah, I don't think the Liberty V nickel is the most attractive coin ever.
Okay.
Let me see if I have any buffaloes down here. The next one that came out was the buffalo. Was the buffalo nickel. Oh boy, was the buffalo nickel, and I like that design much better.
I mean, it's a classic.
It is.
It's like the buffalo, the gold buffalo. It's on all the silver rounds. It's just a classic design. But how much would something like this be worth?
Well,
if it's because I know it's 5 cents, but obviously you're buying it for the collectability.
Yeah. I would probably sell this for 60 cents, something like that.
Is there any silver in those?
No silver.
No silver.
No silver. Nope.
How much would you say overall, if your business as a whole, how percentage-wise, how much do you say you sell in numismatics? Would you say it's 5% of your overall business? What do you?
I don't know, maybe 30%.
30%. So it's significant.
Yeah.
Because then I know the bulk of your business too is a lot of the junk silver
Yeah,
and
antiques.
bullion. Okay. Now, so speaking of antiques and what have you, so he has this little cup here. He's drinking his coffee out of it. What's significant about that thing?
So it's just, to me, it's just a hunk of silver.
Right.
But this was a baby's cup, most likely, and it's made of sterling silver.
Now, so that's what I wanted to get
Yeah.
to with you. The one thing that I find very odd, and correct me if I'm wrong, sterling silver is 92.5.
Correct.
Okay. So sterling silver 92.5%, junk silver is 90%. So you essentially have less silver content in junk silver. Yet people tend to want the junk silver and they don't want sterling. Why is that? What is it that
Well,
you think that?
I mean, if you're investing in silver, you don't want to have a safe full of this stuff. One, it wouldn't store
True.
well, and two, it's not going to be as easy to sell.
Right.
It's just not as easy to sell.
But what about too? Because I know that they've made sterling coins. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've on my auctions I've had sterling coins. I can't remember, but I just remember saying, okay, this is 92.5, and like just crickets. Like nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
It's like they don't know what to make of this oddball thing.
Yeah.
But it's more so. I just don't understand why.
Like, I almost wonder if you should try to sell those things as the ASW, the actual silver weight.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would help you or not.
Right.
Say, this has 98% of
Right.
an ounce of silver or something, or
I typically won't even get, like, if somebody's like, oh, I have some sterling silver, if like a coin shop by me is like, I have some of this, I'm like, I'm not even going to touch it because the people that I have don't even want to buy it.
and that's one thing I was going to mention is you can buy like Franklin Mint
Yeah.
sterling coins.
Yeah.
And you'll buy those cheaper than you will 90% and other stuff too, in terms of price per. You get more silver per dollar from if you buy those than if you buy just about anything else.
Now, going back to the numismatics, do you ever deal with a lot of slabbed and graded, or do you typically deal with more of the raw?
I deal with
Stuff,
both.
both.
One thing I've always done is I've specialized in coins that are like $50 to $500. What I call collector coins. They're more abundant, and I think the people appreciate them more.
Yeah.
So, but I have a deal I'm working on right now. It's one coin. It's 30,000 plus. So
$30,000.
Yeah.
You're looking to buy it or sell this thing?
I'm both.
Both.
Yeah.
So you're looking to buy it from one person, and you have somebody that you know is going to want to buy it.
Yeah.
So you're the middleman, and
Yeah.
you'll make your percentage.
Yeah. It's not something
What
that
on
I would
earth
keep.
is it? A gold coin? What is
No,
this thing?
it's a silver coin from 1895.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Slabbed and graded, or
Slabbed and graded, and it's a low grade. It's AU 53.
30K.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And would that be like one of the larger deals that you've ever done as it
No.
comes to? No.
No,
Like, what's the most expensive item you've ever sold? Like, I'm just curious. I know everybody's going to want to know. Like, what's like the most valuable, even if it's like an antique of some sort, like not necessarily a coin or a note, or like, what's like the craziest thing you've ever?
I mean, the biggest collection we ever bought was it was a couple hundred $20 gold pieces. I think it was maybe 350 or 400 of them.
Oh my God.
And we're in Podunk, Vermont.
Yeah.
But we had an ad in Coin World, and the person called us and said, I don't want to sell to these sons of bitches in my area because they don't pay enough. Will you come and look at the stuff? So my father and I, we went and looked at it, and we packed up with, I can't even remember what it was. It was
Like
$300,000 or something.
Saint Gaudens, like what was
They were
it? Like
saints and
Liberty
and
like,
libs. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
that's massive.
Yeah.
And a collection like that today, with gold being at all time.
Yeah.
Nice.
It would be crazy.
Did
It'd be
you
$1 million probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you turn right around and essentially like go right to the wholesaler? Like, here you go. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
can't be sitting on that.
Yeah. On the big stuff, I try to flip them pretty quickly.
right.
I occasionally I will keep a coin for myself.
Of course.
Put it in the safe and forget about it.
Yes.
Because it's just a beautiful coin, and I don't see them very often.
What's your favorite pre-33 gold coin?
Well, I mean, the St. Gaudens.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Classic.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah. I would probably have to go with that.
Yeah. I'm in agreement. A lot of people tend to like the $10 Indian.
Yep.
That seems, and then also the incused, the $5 and the $2.50.
Those are cool.
Right?
Yep.
I need to get a $5 one. I have a $2.50. I need to get a $5. I've been trying to collect at least like one of each type of pre-33 gold, except for, I forget which one it is. It's one of the types. It's a Liberty hat, but she's got on like a weird ass hat. Like it's
a $3 gold probably, or the Stella. But I mean, the Stella is, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a $4 Stella.
No, I would be okay with that. It's the one that it just looks like just a strange hat. Even it's on the $1. It's on the $1. It's just a different type.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a $3 one in person. Because somebody's like, oh, you got to get yourself a $3 one. And I'm like, oh, I've never even knew they had one. Let me look it up. And it was so damn expensive.
A lot of fakes of $3 too.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with those.
So, like, do you think people should stick to slabbed and graded pre-33 when they're buying?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If you're doing it for a bigger ticket coin and you haven't put the time into authenticating yourself, then yes, I would. But you know, you could get, you know, $2.5 and $5 gold pieces for darn close to gold.
Yes.
Gold melt.
Right.
You know, and I'll show you some after, just that you may want to buy for your auction.
Yeah.
You know, you're likely going to be okay with it.
Right.
But big ticket ones, you know, there's $20 gold pieces that still have 0.98 of an ounce of gold in them, but they're not real.
Right. Right.
A lot of them came out of the Middle East, I think in the 70s and 80s, and now a bunch of stuff's coming out of China.
When you get the fakes, as I'm sure you see plenty come across your way, do you just take them and put them in a bag, like collect them, or do you, like I see some coin shops, they just keep them as like keepsakes almost, like look at this fake I got, or do you just destroy them?
Yeah, I don't put them back on the market.
No, of course not.
And you know, quite often, you know, I won't, you know, if I buy a counterfeit gold coin, I'll just melt it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just don't even buy them. You know, some guy came in with 400 fake Morgan dollars the other day, and I'm just like,
or do they have like zinc? Like what were they?
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
And the guy, did he think that they were real, or do you think he knew?
Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? You know, I think he thought they were real.
Yeah.
But there's other times when people come in, and I know they're not real.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Unfortunate. People got to be like that, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time and educating us a bit more on, you know, numismatics and like pre-33 gold and what have you. And we're going to put your information down below.
Awesome.
Guys, Puro's Coins and Jewelry, you got to check out his site, check out the shop. If you're ever in the area of Rutland, Vermont, stop in, tell him you saw our videos, and always a pleasure, bud.
Good to see you, man.